Hello people, my name is Diego and I'm an expat living in Germany. If you're also an expat, you live and work in Germany, this video will be really useful for you. I will show you how to prepare and submit your tax declaration in only 15 minutes without any German tax knowledge and everything online. Let's see how it works. So this is the website I've been talking about. The name of the website is germantaxes.de. The first thing you need to do is create an account. Since I already created one, let's get on with completing the tax return. Here, you can view the different available years for your tax declaration. Let's create a new one and see how it works. On the left, you can see the steps you must complete in order to submit your tax declaration. In the box on the top, you will see the refund calculator, which keeps a running total of your refund as you complete the form. The first step is to input your personal data. Here, you need to select the year for which you wish to submit your tax declaration. In this case, the year 2018. Next, the basics like your first name, my name is Diego, your last name, Hurtado, and your date of birth, 14th of August 1990. Now, I will put my address, Erfurter Straße, 14, and my postal code is 10825. Now, as you can see, my tax office will automatically appear once I put my address. The last thing in this step is your religion and your family status. I'm not obligated to pay the church tax, and I am single. After each step, don't forget to click Save and Continue. The second step is the most important. In this stage, you will have to insert all the information regarding the income you had on that year. It can be as an employee in any company or as a self-employee. If you want to have more information about self-employment, click here. Also, if you click here, you will see which cases are not covered by the tool yet. In my case, and I will say in the most of the cases, people will declare their incomes as employees. For that, please make sure you have your Lohnsteuerbescheinigung with you, which is nothing else than your income tax certificate. Good. Firstly, we have to answer these two basic questions. What is your occupation and what is your tax class? My job title is Public Relations Manager and my tax class is the tax class number 1. Now you will need your Lohnsteuerbescheinigung. If you are unsure what it looks like, click to zoom for this example. The red dots indicate which value you will need. Good. Next, you will simply copy the values from your Lohnsteuerbescheinigung to the online form, noting the corresponding numbers. Now, let's write down our values. Number 3, annual gross wage. In this case, I have 54,999 euros. The number 4, the income tax, I have 11,310 euros. The number 5, the solidarity surcharge, I have 605 euros. The number 6 is the church tax. In my case, I don't pay any church tax, so I skip it. Then the 22A, in my case, is 5,142 euros and 42 cents. The 23.8 is the same, 5,142 euros and 42 cents. Then we go to the number 24.8. 24.8, yes, it is 3,712. And 24C, which is 597 euros. Then the number 25, here I have 7,932 euros and 72 cents. Number 26, 1,322 euros. And finally, number 27, which is 825 euros. If you click on New Entry, you can add other values from your Lohnsteuerbescheinigung. And finally, we have Other Income. If any of these apply to you, check the box and complete the section. In my case, none of these apply to me, so now let's save and continue. Now, if we check back to our refund calculator, ta-da! 650 euros back in my pocket. Let's see how much more we can add to that by completing the next steps. The third step is the expenses, which include job search and training expenses, professional association fees, and tax consultancy. And finally, telecommunication costs. If you had costs for your job application, click this box and use the list to help you find out what is deductible and then enter the total cost. In my case, it is 100 euros. Okay, then we have contributions to university associations and seminars. Since I visited and paid by myself a seminar for my professional development, I will enter the 2000 euros cost I had. Then also the professional association fees and tax consultancy. In this case here, you can also deduct the price of the tool we are using at the moment, which is 34 euros 90, but you will have to put it in the next year for the new tax declaration. So in this case, I'm not. Because remember, we are deducting only the cost of the 2018. Good. If you take out a work-related insurance, click this box and add a new entry for each different insurance. Finally, for this section, we have telecommunication costs. I guess we are all using Wi-Fi and mobile these days, so here you can deduct these costs. I would recommend that you use the suggested amount for both boxes because, as it says here, a larger amount won't be accepted by the tax office. Now, let's save and continue to see how our calculator changes. Now, wow, our refund is looking bigger. We still have some steps left, so let's see if we can make it even higher. Now we are on the fourth step, work and study item costs. Here you can declare items which you bought for your studies or work. In case you bought any work-related items such as those listed here, then uncheck the box and create a new entry for each purchased item. However, if your purchases are lower than 110 euros, keep the box checked and press save and continue. Step number 5, transportation to and from work. If you move during the year or the location of your workplace changed, you can create additional entries. Good. In the number 1 here, it says how far is your place of work from your home. Here, just type in your home and workplace address. So yes, we'll write back my home place. Home address is Erfurter Straße 14 and the postal code is 10825. Good, now the address of my office is Kalisser Straße 33 and the postal code is 10999. Good. Now the distance between the two will be calculated automatically. During that year, how many days per week did you have to travel to the office from home? Well, I started working on the 1st of February until the end of the year. And how many days per week did you travel to work? 5. And then also the next question, how many days of work did you miss? Well, I had 23 days of holidays plus 2 sick days. It makes the 25 days. Finally, you can deduct the cost of your public transport ticket. Since I have an yearly AVO ticket from the BVG, I will enter the 728 euros here. I am pretty sure our calculator will increase after all these costs. Let's save and continue. Awesome! We have already reached 1,515 euros. That's great, isn't it? Okay, we have almost completed the form. If you have any other additional costs to add, this is the place to do it. These costs can include family and home, training and work, trips and relocations, and healthcare. Since I moved last year from Madrid, I want to deduct the costs I had for moving. Firstly, I will click on the work-related relocation box. As you can see, there is an automated amount of 787 euros that I can use to deduct my costs. I will use it since my flight tickets, etc. didn't surpass this amount. Also, you can deduct 347 euros for each household member that was relocated. Since I came by my own, I won't use this amount. Good, let's add this. Now we have the information about relocation. I moved on the 15th of January 2018 from Madrid to Berlin. I will write here my current address, which is Erfurter Straße 14, and the postal code 10825. Good. Now we have to put the reason. Well, the reason was obviously work, and additional household members, 0, as I said before. Now let's save and continue. Wow, I'm really impressed. 1,810 euros I should get back from the tax office. Very good. Let's finish our last step. Here, the tax office needs to know where to transfer your tax return. So I will need to type in my bank account details and my tax ID. Good. Let's go with the account owner, Diego Hurtado. Then we have the IBAN. Okay, I will just copy and paste it. Then my BIC is COBADEFFXXX. And my tax ID, which is 921324652009. If you already have a tax number, meaning you already did your tax declaration before, your tax office should have given you your tax number in the Steuerbescheid, which is the tax notice. In my case, I type it in the tax ID, which I got from the Lohnsteuerbescheinigung. It is always handy to provide a phone number so the tax office can call you in case of a problem. So I will write my number. Very good. We are almost completely done. Let's go to the summary. So no errors. You can see the estimated tax return. Also, everything looks good. So now let's pay. So I will use the same bank account data as for my tax declaration. And everything looks nice. So now let's buy it. As you can see, we already paid, but we haven't submitted. Why? Because it is really important to check out your data before submitting. For that, we will have to download the draft, have a last look at it, and once we are 100% sure that everything is correct, we confirm the draft, and then you will have 2 ways to submit it. Exactly. So it also shows it here. There are 2 ways to submit it. You can submit it online or by post. If we go for the online submission, we will need to upload a scan or snapshot of your current passport and the registration certificate, which is in German the Anmeldung. You can see here there is an option to add the files. You also have the option of sending it by post. In that case, you will need to download the tax return, printing out, sign it, and send it per post to your tax office. The tool already provides you with the right address.